A Jefferson County juror reflecting on what he calls a sad case. He served as one of the 12 jurors who found 25-year-old Jermaine Reeder guilty of murder and sentenced him to 75 years in prison. KFDM's Ahmad Abraham is live in studio now with why that juror believes they made the right decision in this case. Ahmad.
Aaron, the juror, says it was a hard decision to determine how long Reeder should be sentenced, but ultimately all jurors had to consider what justice should be for the family. A juror reflects on the decision to sentence Jermaine Reeder to 75 years in prison.
It's a hard thing to deal with and determine that somebody needs to be in prison for that length of time. But this man, committed murder.
The jury found Jermaine Reeder stabbed and killed 45-year-old Christopher Smith on April 4th, 2022. Smith's body was found on the side of Pine Street.
The process for us to decide a verdict of guilty or not guilty was very easy because of the evidence and the confession that he had made, saying that he had done it.
Juror 12 said the overwhelming evidence was more than enough to make a decision.
We started discussing the fact of giving the family justice and how would it feel if we were in that situation. We have to have empathy. We have to put ourselves in those people's shoes.
The juror says it was heartbreaking to hear from the victim's family during the punishment phase of the trial.
I think we did make the right decision. It was hard at the beginning to decide how much time he was going to get because there was jurors that only were asking for 30 years. But how do we give justice to the family?
Juror 12 said he believes Reeder suffered from mental illnesses, but that does not excuse his actions.
Even in his confession, he said that he had to kill him out of self-defense, but there was no self-defense. It's unchecked mental illness, and unfortunately it took him to a point where he committed a murder.
Juror 12 says anything less than 75 years would not have been enough, and he can now walk away knowing justice has been served. During trial, the prosecutor provided medical evidence that Reeder understood what was asked of him, provided coherent answers, and was competent to stand trial. Reporting live in studio, Ahmad Abraham. Aaron, back to you.